Well, with me also is our French politics editor, Mark Perelman, in the studio. And Mark, look, all eyes on this trial today because we are less than a year and a half away from the French presidential elections. Big question from the far right, will it be Marine Le Pen or her protege, Jordan Bardella, who's representing the far right? In that sense, then, can we see this as the first act, really, of the presidential election?
In a way, yes. It's not supposed to be a political event, but it is, because clearly the favorite of the presidential election is sitting in the dock today. Her future at stake, her political future at stake. All the polls are showing that Marine Le Pen would really be, for the first time, it would be her fourth candidacy, but this time, the last two times she arrived in the second round, but this time she really has a shot at winning it. And the problem is that if the appeals judges follow the first judges, she will not be able to run. First of all, because of her the sentencing, 4 years in jail, 2 years suspended jail sentence, wearing an electronic tag. She's already let it be known that if this is confirmed, she would not campaign with an electronic tag. This would be a humiliation, and she would not do so. But there's also the 5-year ban from office, which mathematically would prevent her from running. So she's hoping that maybe by changing her strategy, maybe admitting that, yes, the party did not behave as it should have been with EU funds, she might gain some leniency from the judges and, for example, get a 2-year ban from running for office. The ban started running in March of last year when there was the trial. If you add 2 years, it means March 2027. The election is scheduled for May 2027, so she might still be able to run. Obviously, this is a long shot. The verdict of this appeal will be known around June. This is what the judges have said. She has already said that if she loses that appeal, she will not lodge an appeal with France's highest court because it would be too late. This would be the decision time for the National Rally, whether she can run or whether she would hand the baton to Jordan Bardella.
Okay, huge stakes then for Marine Le Pen, Mark. But actually, polls suggest that this trial that's starting today actually isn't everything for them, is it? Because they already have quite a clear favourite on the far right, and that is Jordan Bardella.
Absolutely. And this changes the equation. When the verdict was handed down back in March, you saw those images of Marine Le Pen being furious, trying really to mobilize her troops, saying this is a political vendetta. We will not allow this. She's been much more quiet, first of all, because she realizes that the charges are serious. The evidence is quite overwhelming according to those who attended the trial. So she might be trapped. And she's now started to say, well, it seems I have only a slight chance of running. But in a way, she's been reassured by what the polls are telling us. And what are the polls telling us? That if Marine Le Pen is running, the National Rally would arrive first in the first round, but it would be exactly the same and even better, slightly better, with Jordan Bardella. So there is a plan B. There is a plan B that's already been endorsed, quote unquote, by would-be voters, according to what they tell pollsters, that Jordan Bardella would be able to win. So this obviously puts less pressure on Marine Le Pen to absolutely fight to be the candidate. Jordan Bardella yesterday gave a press conference in which he said, I'm not a candidate for the presidency. This would be a denial of democracy if Marine Le Pen is not able to run. He's obliged to say this. There have been some tensions between the Bardella camp and Marine Le Pen camp, but this is not so much about him wanting to run in her stead. It's maybe because there are some differences when it comes to some issues. And this helps explain also why Jordan Bardella seems to be accepted not only by the core electorate of the far right, but even by an electorate on the conservative side. Why? Because he's seen as more pro-market than Marine Le Pen. He doesn't want to bring back the retirement age to 60, like Marine Le Pen said earlier. So he might be more palatable for would-be voters on the conservative side who might see they don't have a chance at the next presidential election. And this could change the equation and actually help the national rally not only arrive first in the first round, but actually win the presidential election. Let's just remind, if you look at the rest of the political field, there's no obvious other candidate. There's no successor to Emmanuel Macron. Mm-hmm. Some have tried already to say they want to be candidate. There's no obvious candidate. The Conservative Party is in tatters. The Socialist Party is in dire strait. Jean-Luc Mélenchon on the far left would seem to be the only natural candidate. And so the polls could show that there could be a far left versus a far right in the second round. Obviously, it's still very early, but it's true that the trial of Marine Le Pen is important for her. It's absolutely key for her, but actually not for the national rally. And this has been the major change over the last few months. The national rally is in pole position with Marine Le Pen, but also, and maybe even more, with Jordan Bardella.